I'm not sure if you heard about these people around the United States. First, Gary, Indiana, which I'll play some clips on that in a moment. But now we also have over 100,000 people in Memphis without power. Let me play you some of these clips, guys.
Okay, so it is August 23rd, 5:30 in the morning. MLGW, Memphis Light Gas and Water, says over 110,000 customers are without power, and restoration, it may take a few days. They're estimating it may take until Thursday to restore every customer's power in the Memphis area. And I'm Imani Williams, a journalist in the Memphis Mid-South area, making sure to bring the news straight to you. So power is out all across Memphis. This is my drive into work around 3 o'clock this morning, 3:30 this morning. It was kind of patchy. Some places had power, some places did not have power. So I'm going to put up what MLGW said. This is what they posted on their social media about the outages. They said people are out trying to restore power, but it may take a while. Poles are broken, poles are down. So a lot going on. This is not only happening, though, in Memphis, in Mississippi, also in Arkansas. There are thousands of people without power, and poles are down. Also, other spots in West Tennessee are experiencing the same thing. We haven't got a timeline from these other areas. MLGW has been the only utility company that I've seen that has kind of given a timeline. And so I hope that if you are experiencing a power outage, there's maybe places that will start to give out water and food, because Thursday, from Sunday to Thursday, or Saturday night to Thursday, is a pretty long time. If I start to see places that are trying to provide resources to people without power, I will make sure to post that so people can know where they can get some help during this time.
So she showed the footage of her neighborhood. Now, I'm not sure if what's happening in Gary, Indiana is also from storms, but here where I live at in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, we also had, I think it was a little over a week ago now, this crazy storm that came blowing in, knocking a bunch of trees down. This is a smaller town with pretty good resources. So anytime stuff like that happens, they're pretty quick to get on top of it. There was tons of trees blown down, but to my knowledge, not a lot of people lost power. But that's not the case. I don't live, and I don't mean this to sound any kind of way, guys, I don't live in a predominantly black neighborhood. So I think that may have something to do with it, because this is in Memphis. And then these stories are in Gary, Indiana, which we know are predominantly black.
So I'm in Gary, Indiana right now, and like the entire city does not have any power. Like I visited a couple gas stations, some businesses. These gas stations, they're open, yeah, but they're just selling it inside. They have no electricity at all. That's another gas station. They have no electricity at all. Businesses are suffering as a result of not having electricity. And ironically enough, this is a predominantly black neighborhood. I'm on the west side of Gary, and it's just depressing. There's no power at all. I've been in this town. Now we're getting somewhere. I mean, that's the first gas station right there where I see electricity. But yo, this is sad as f.
Now, sorry about the language there, guys. I'll do the best that I can to edit that out. But we got people that have medication and people that have insulin and stuff like that that needs to be refrigerated. And these neighborhoods right here are just being neglected, right? And the funny part about this is that the Democratic Party is the one that's in power in the city of Gary, Indiana. And most people, most black people, vote Democrat. And here they are being neglected by the own party that they follow. Now, look at this video right here as well, guys.
It's like a horror movie out here. We've got helicopters everywhere. The roads are parking lots. It's like we're all trying to exit town and there's no gas, no power, nowhere to go. We're stuck. The car is officially off, no gas. It's hot. We've got all the doors open. And Admiral's annoyed, so I'm gonna stop updating you guys. He wants me to sit here in hot silence and just burn up and do nothing. It's literally nuts. Okay, so we were able to get an Uber and we are just going to abandon our car and get home and figure it out later.
So there is a comment right here that says, for those wondering, Indiana has had severe thunderstorms and flooding for the past 2 days. So, yeah, okay, that does answer the question. Now, this is what I think is going on, guys. Not only is natural disaster happening, but the Bible literally told us that we would see this type of thing in these last days. And now we're seeing the ring of fire just erupting like crazy in these last couple of days, weeks. Okay, so the Pacific Ring of Fire is currently experiencing a high level of seismic surge, recording at least 187 earthquakes over a single recent 7-day stretch across its active Pacific plate boundaries. Recent moderate to strong movements span from Japan and Indonesia down to the South Pacific and the western margins of the Americas. And so for me, I can't help but to think that this is biblical. Now, not only do I think that there's stuff happening beyond our controls, but I also think that this is some type of, and I don't want to use the word simulation, but it's like they're preparing us for something like they did in 2020 with COVID. They could easily go in there and start repairing these down power lines and get the electricity restored. But it's like they're trying to see how much they can get off again, in my opinion. This is not something that I saw factual data from, but to me, it just seems odd that you have these people that need power to be restored and you have the ability to restore the power, but you're choosing not to for some reason, or you're choosing to neglect to do it in certain areas. Now, I want to pull up some Bible verses. Now, here we have Nahum 1:3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and the Lord will by no means clear the guilty. His way is in whirlwind and storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. And so in this context, Nahum is about God's judgment against Nineveh. What I'm not saying is that this is judgment against Gary or Memphis or anything like that, but I do want to make it known that God is sovereign. God's over the weather. God is over the earthquakes, the storms, and things of that nature. And so if he's allowing these things to happen, there has to be a reason. Now we see here in Matthew 24:6, and you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are but the beginning of the birth pain. No man knows the day or the hour of when the end will come, but Jesus told us that there will be signs in these end times. And I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that these earthquakes and these storms are very similar to what we see right here in these verses. Now, I'm not saying that these power outages are some sort of prophetic sign. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying we can't continue to ignore what's going on in the world and then choose to think that we don't need to get right with Jesus. There's no amount of preparation that we can do to predict when a storm's going to come, when an earthquake's going to come. All we can do to be proactive is to make sure that we are right with Christ. Because what happens if a tree falls on your house? Or what happens if you're in the next earthquake and you don't follow Jesus and then you pass away? The important thing to do right now is to keep focused on Jesus and know that he alone is our savior, that no other God saves and no one comes to the Father except through Jesus Christ. And like I said, guys, we don't know the day or the hour when the end will come, but why play with eternity like that? Why would you want to choose to go to hell when you have everlasting life sitting right in front of you? So that's my thoughts on this, guys. I know that it's weird that we see this stuff happening the way that it's happening, guys, but this is not a game. There's no power, no gas in Indiana. And this was Tuesday, the 11th. It's the 24th now, guys. I don't know what's taking so long. And the power is still out there, but nobody's talking about this on the news. This is not getting massive coverage. And I can only imagine that it's got something to do with the fact that it's in impoverished or lower class communities where, blacks and Hispanics are staying. Nobody cares, but that's just my thoughts on it. But that's going to do it for this one. I'll leave the videos that I reacted to in the description to give the content creators credit for their work, as well as to make it easy for you guys to follow them if that's what you choose to do. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.